Well, good morning again. This is Dr. Bill Wyatt with the American Orthodontic Society, and we want to talk this morning. We're going to try to do a video here on acid reflux. That's where your valve coming out of your stomach is leaking, and people will belch this acid up into your mouth, and this is really potent stuff. Of course, when you do this, you'll know about it. It is so strong, this acid, it will actually dissolve the enamel and the dentin in teeth. And let me show you what it does. Now you can have an operation done, and they can fix that valve down there and keeps the acid in the stomach. But our acid actually dissolves teeth. I mean, it's in bone or anything like that that's in the stomach very long. It will dissolve it. So let me show you what it did to this guy's teeth. And I've had other cases where it ate the tooth out from under a crown, where it could get to the tooth structure, and it'd mess up crowns or fillings or anything you had in the mouth. So let's get going here, and I'll kind of show what this young man, the problem that he had. Let me get this going. Here we go. All right, here is the upper arch now. This is looking at it upside down kind of, but look at these teeth now. This is eating off the whole side. Looking down on it, I couldn't get a view to this side, but I'm going to draw this tooth. This is a bicuspid, and it'd be something like that. And the gum line is coming here, and this is eating this portion of the tooth off on the lingual side all the way over to part of the buccal side of the tooth. Now that was done that way, and it even ate down into the behind this bracket. This is a band we put on the tooth. Now I'll fill this up with a material that would be like tooth structure, and on these we had to put a band around them, and I put little pins down into these teeth to keep this bonding material, in case it didn't thin the hole good, from sliding off when they chew on those teeth. So you can kind of see that as we go along. Now the tongue kind of comes up, and he was holding his tongue on the lower arch, and they didn't eat off as bad. This is still the upper arch, you see. Now here's another. I've got several views of this upper arch. It was the one that had the problem. Now the lower arch, it didn't eat the side, but it ate the top of the teeth down in the lower molars right here. So the acid would come in, and the tongue kind of protected it on the side of the bottom, but it didn't on the upper. And that's interesting, how it just literally dissolves enamel, the hardest structure that the body can make. And I know animals, dogs, have acid even stronger, and sharks just swallow things whole, and it eats up most everything except the metal material. So let's get on and look at this, how we went in to fix it. Now, he has some other orthodontic problems. He's got a little crossbite in here, and these are just wore down flat, and this is flattened out over here. And we had to kind of do something to these teeth so that we could go in and straighten this up orthodontically. And see this area here with the acid cut this tooth down where it didn't touch, where back here it was protected a little bit. And you can see other areas in the mouth where they had some protection. So we did the orthodontic work, and we had to fix these teeth. This is the young man's facial structure. It's perfectly normal. Everything's good, except, the teeth are out of place, like this cuspid on the left side of the mouth right there is out of place. And he has a facial profile that's looking good. So we'll see about this. Sorry for these numbers in here. We're just showing this. Now, he had a kind of a small crossbite. So we went in and bracketed all these teeth, and we lined the teeth up and got the midline pretty close right there. And these teeth out on the upper arch, now we had to put these little pins in there and wrap a band around that and put composite in those teeth. And you can see that here in a minute. We'll show that. Now, the regular orthodontics. Now this, if a person has this acid reflux and you go in and do dental work, and it'll eat the eat the tooth away from the filling material. Now here we had to fill that to get that around. We'd have to come back and fill that with some composite material, you see, that would bond onto the tooth. And on the lowers, the 6-year molars were eaten off from the top, you can see, like that. Now here we're getting this straightened out, everything. The dental work, the regular orthodontics, I don't cover that too much here. That's just things we normally do on cases like this. And here, now we went in and drilled little tiny holes in here and put kind of reinforcement rod material in there, and then wrap that and then put composite, and we can build that up, or his regular dentist can do that and match it or crown it or whatever he wants to do with that. But you've got to get the acid reflux problem solved before you go in there doing any bridge work, because it'll eat the tooth if it gets to the enamel. I mean, it'll eat the tooth away, enamel or dentin. It doesn't make any difference there. It'll eat it up. Now that's the pin. There's just some ideas close to this. I'm not trying to show how to do all these things, but we wrapped the band and screwed it down tight over here, and I drilled a little hole in there and put this pin in there and put composite in it so it would stay. And then we built this up and held that pin, kept it from sliding. And we'd have to do these other teeth that way too, but I don't think I showed that. But you can see this one pretty good where we built the tooth structure back here, and he's just eating the flat down. And they could come in and crown these, but that's probably the guy never had anything done like that. So let's go in here. This is time. Now here we go in and start rotating a tooth over here with this, and we're pulling this back and open a space where that tooth was out of line. Back again to the top. Now here we've got this is rotation, like we've shown you how to do this rotation in several cases. Like you hook a chain over here and you bring this around and go up, and you hook just the bracket, don't get over the wire, and you got to put a little hump of acrylic here, or bonding material, to keep that from sliding off. And this thing will turn that tooth around. You can turn it 190 degrees if you wanted to, and it pulls it up to the arch wire here. And when he gets it up there and we've got room enough, we take that spring loose and tie the tooth to that wire. And that's the way we rotate teeth anytime you see them. So here's the models. This was '05, I believe, here when we started. And it the teeth didn't hit good, the cuspid, and here's what happened. Now the teeth, or the lower molars and everything, are eaten down in the top, but I don't think he did anything to that, or I didn't see it. Now there we put those bands on, and this is just to show you the little bite wing x-rays we took through. There's nothing else wrong on the teeth. It didn't get in between them apparently very much. And anyway, that's the x-rays again. Okay. I didn't apologize, I didn't show this completely finished everything here, but it was just a point to show you where the teeth were eaten away, and it was the tongue kind of protected the sides of the lower teeth, but the sides of the upper teeth, the inside part by the tongue was eaten off all the way down to the gum line. Thank you for watching now. And so this is acid reflux, and you need to get the valve done down around just goes in the stomach. The stomach has a lining that can put up with this acid, which is amazing. The human body is just beyond belief, the amazing ability that it has. So we thank you for watching. I hope you'll join our group and subscribe to it, and we'll holler at you later on another case.